welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into some really interesting research from Tel Aviv University. It's by Natalia Kononov and Danit Ein-Gar. And their paper looks at something pretty relatable.
Yeah.
How wanting to be friends with someone new might actually change how you, well, perceive them physically.
Right, like their looks, maybe even their smell or how their voice sounds. Their paper, Beautiful Strangers. Physical evaluation of strangers is influenced by friendship expectation, asks this core question.
Yeah.
Do we basically put on friendship goggles when we meet someone we hope to connect with? Do we rate them more positively on a physical level?
Exactly. We all know we tend to view ourselves, our close friends, pretty positively. But this is about strangers. Does that positive bias kick in before the friendship even starts?
That's the novel part they're exploring.
Okay, so in this deep dive, we're going to unpack their studies, look at how they tested this, and figure out what it tells us about, I guess, social goals and just basic perception.
Sounds good. It's fascinating stuff.
All right, let's jump in. Study number 1. What was the main goal there? What were they trying to figure out initially?
So the first study was really about establishing the core idea.
Yeah.
Does simply expecting to become friends with a stranger make you see them as more physically beautiful?
Okay.
And they also wanted to know, does the amount of time you think you'll spend with them matter? And does it work the same for men and women?
Right. So how did they actually test that? What was the setup for the participants?
It was pretty clever. They had people imagine joining a Netflix club. Kind of relatable, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Then they introduced a supposed new member named Avery. Participants got a little description and saw a photo.
Good.
Now, here's the important part, the conditions. People were randomly put into one of 3 groups. This random assignment is key, for making strong conclusions.
It avoids bias.
Exactly. So one group was told, basically, you click with Avery, friendship looks likely. Another group got the opposite vibe. You don't have much in common, probably won't be friends.
And the third?
The third was a control group. They just got some neutral info about Avery's movie tastes, nothing about friendship potential.
Got it. And then they rated her.
Yep. Everyone rated Avery's beauty and also guessed how much time they'd likely spend with her in this club. Plus some checks on how close they felt and the odds of friendship.
Okay, makes sense. So what did they find? Did wanting to be friends actually boost the beauty ratings?
It did, significantly. The group that was interested in friendship rated Avery as more beautiful, not just compared to the no-interest group, but also compared to the neutral control group.
Wow, okay.
And they also expected to spend more time with her, which lines up.
And what about gender? Any difference between male and female participants?
Interestingly, no. They didn't find any significant differences based on the participants' gender. The effects seemed to hold for everyone.
Huh. And what about that expected time factor? You said they looked into that.
Yeah, they did a mediation analysis. It's a way to see if one thing leads to another through a third factor. And it suggested that, yes, the amount of time people expected to spend with Avery was kind of the pathway. The desire for friendship led to expecting more shared time, and that expectation seemed to boost the beauty ratings.
So it's like, I think I'll be hanging out with this person. It'd be nice if they were pleasant to be around. And that influences perception.
That seems to be the implication, yeah. The anticipation of pleasant interaction coloring how you see them.
Okay, that's a strong start.
Yeah.
So where did they go next? Did they try to replicate this or expand on it?
Both, actually. For study 2, they wanted to see, 1, if it worked with a male target, not just Avery, and 2, could this effect go beyond just looks? What about, say, how someone might smell or how their voice sounds?
Oh, interesting. Extending it to other senses. So same kind of setup. Netflix club again.
Pretty much, yeah. Similar idea, but this time the new member was named Jacob, and participants were either in the interest and friendship group or just a control group.
And they rated him on.
Beauty, like before, but also how pleasant they imagined his scent would be and how pleasant his voice might sound. And again, expected time together.
Okay. And the results? Did the friendship goggles work for Jacob and for these other senses too?
Yes, they did. People in the interest condition rated Jacob higher overall. They combined beauty, smell, and voice into one sort of physical attractiveness score.
Okay.
And that score was higher in the friendship group. And, consistent with study 1, they also expected to spend more time with him.
And this worked for both male and female participants looking at Jacob.
Yep, held true for both men and women rating him. And again, that mediation analysis pointed towards expected shared time, playing a big role in boosting those attractiveness ratings. The whole package: looks, smell, voice.
So it's really looking like this desire to connect can sort of paint a generally nicer sensory picture of a potential friend.
Seems that way. Not just what you see, but what you imagine hearing or smelling, too.
But, okay, here's a thought. Could it just be like a general halo effect? You think you might like someone, so you just rate everything about them more positively, not specifically tied to the physical interaction.
That's a really good question, a valid alternative explanation, right? And Kononov and Ein-Gar tackled that head-on in their third study. It's quite a clever design.
Oh, how'd they do that?
They wanted to see if this enhanced evaluation happens even if you want to be friends, but realistically, you won't actually be spending time together.
Separating the desire from the actual possibility of interaction.
Exactly. So this time, participants imagine starting a new job. They meet a new colleague, could be Avery or Jacob. They actually use photos of 10 different people to make it more robust.
Okay.
And they're told this is someone they'd like to befriend. Then, the key twist, random assignment again. Half were told, you'll be working in the same office, see each other all the time. That's the high feasibility condition.
Makes sense.
The other half were told, actually, you'll be in different branches, miles apart, probably won't see each other again. Low feasibility.
Okay, but crucially, both groups wanted the friendship initially.
Right. They measured that desire and also perceived similarity, expected time, and of course the ratings for beauty, smell, and voice.
This sounds like the critical test then. What happened? Did the chance to actually hang out matter, even if the desire was the same?
It absolutely did. This is where it gets really interesting. Even though the desire to be friends was pretty much equal in both the high and low feasibility groups, the participants who thought they'd actually be interacting the high feasibility group rated the colleagues significantly higher on that overall physical attractiveness score. And they expected to spend more time, naturally.
Wow. But no difference in how much they initially wanted the friendship or how similar they felt.
Nope. No significant differences there. It really isolates the effect of anticipating physical interaction.
So just wanting to be friends isn't enough to trigger this beautification effect. You need to actually expect to be around them.
That's precisely what Study 3 suggests. The expectation of spending physical time together, the possibility of, pleasant sensory experiences in person seems to be the crucial ingredient. It's not just abstract liking.
That really clarifies things. Okay, so pulling it all together, what's the big picture here? What's the main contribution from Kononov and Ein-Gar's work?
Well, they provide pretty solid evidence for this beautiful strangers effect, as they call it. Our motivation, specifically the drive to form friendships, genuinely seems to shape how we perceive the physical qualities of people we've just met.
And it's not just a vague positive feeling.
Right. Their findings, especially from Study 3, strongly suggest it's tied to anticipating future physical interaction. It's about expecting to share space and time, and maybe our brains are sort of optimizing that future experience by making the person seem more appealing sensorially.
Pre-paving the way for a pleasant interaction, maybe.
Yeah. Kind of. It highlights how our social goals aren't separate from our basic perceptions. They actively influence them.
So why is understanding this important? What are the broader implications?
Well, think about first impressions. They're hugely important, right? This research gives us insight into the subconscious biases that might be operating right from the start. It shows how much our own goals and expectations can color even seemingly objective things like attractiveness, smell, or sound.
We think we're just seeing reality, but our motivations are filtering it.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder that perception isn't passive. Our social world actively shapes how we sense the physical world, especially the people in it.
Okay, so let's recap the main takeaway. If we meet someone new and we think, hey, I'd like to be friends with this person, and we expect we'll actually get to spend time with them, we're more likely to perceive their physical attributes, looks, smell, voice more positively.
Precisely. And that expectation of shared physical presence, as Study 3 showed, seems really key. Take that away, even if you still want the friendship and the effect diminishes.
It really makes you reflect, doesn't it? You think back to meeting someone new you hoped would become a friend.
Yeah.
Did you perhaps find their smile warmer or their laugh more pleasant than you might have otherwise? Were your own hopes subtly enhancing your perception?
It's definitely food for thought. It points to these hidden currents in our social interactions, the ways our inner world shapes our outer experience. Kononov and Ein-Gar's work really opens up that perspective.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating look at how our social motivations get tangled up with our senses. If you want to explore this beautiful strangers idea further, definitely check out the original paper.
It's well worth the read.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.